Somebody come get 'em. They're too old for TikTok.
Hello and welcome to Too Old for TikTok. We have another exciting episode this week. We ended last week on a cliffhanger, which I think it was the first and only cliffhanger. Ever in this podcast history. So we'll get to that first. But Catalina, how are you doing?
I'm excellent. Today I'm coming at you. Finally found my Blue Snowball microphone. So everything's coming up kata. I'm at work. I'm in my office.
Yeah, she looks good. She looks clean. You look, fresh. You look very professorial.
I actually have something to say about the fact that I'm in my office. I wasted so much time getting ready, putting clothes on, packing a lunch, driving to work. Do you know how much work I could have gotten done in that time?
That's really my problem with office life is the commute. I could just have been working instead of commuting.
I could have been working this entire time. Instead,
totally.
I had to put on
clothes.
Sunscreen
You gotta
and
travel.
pack a lunch.
Yeah, it's really horrendous.
It made me mad. It took me 2 hours. I mean, I'm also not practiced, so I think I was taking a really long time. But I was like, I also think this is just my time blindness, is I think it's going to take me 3 minutes to do things that it really takes me an hour.
What's your commute like door to door in the car?
It depends on if there's traffic. If there's no traffic, it's like 10 minutes.
That's hilarious because that's like nothing.
No. But and then I have to walk also. So it's probably 30 minutes.
Okay, not bad.
And then...
But that's an hour of your day, right? Back and forth.
30 minutes. And then on top of that, it took me so long to just get my body ready to be in public. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even shower.
And imagine doing that and being pregnant when none of your clothes fit and you have a mental breakdown every morning because you can't figure out what to wear. So just wait for that.
Ugh. I mean, I'm just so glad that I don't commute every day, and I'm so sorry to all of you who do, although I guess you probably have it down to a science at this point.
Not as a pregnant lady. Nope.
Ugh, just everything sucks in terms of commuting. Anyway, how are you, pregnant lady?
Anyway, I'm great. Me, Ashley, friend of the pod, and Sam went to a really great event yesterday in Queens. It was a Momo crawl. You would have loved it because you love dumplings. So
I love dumplings.
We didn't get an official count, but I think we ate over 20 dumplings, but within a 5-hour span.
Yeah, it's fine.
And it was just a wonderful way to spend the day. Beautiful weather in New York City. And I wish you were here, but you're coming soon, which is very exciting.
I certainly am. This past weekend, I partook in a cookbook dinner for a restaurant. The cookbook that we used was for the restaurant Estella, which is in New York City. And the whole time I was cooking it, I was like, I should just go eat there. Also, because this cookbook's pissing me off because the recipe is source really nice ingredients and slice them and them together. They weren't really recipes. It was just have nice food and it's simple.
So why do you want to go to this restaurant?
Well, no, I was just it would have been so much better if I had just gone to this fucking restaurant and they did it for me.
Yeah, that's how it usually works.
Have you heard of Estella?
I haven't actually, no.
Evidently, it got a lot of attention because the Obamas really liked it, but it's just a Michelin star restaurant in Lower Manhattan.
Let's go. Sounds great.
Yeah. But now I know how to make all the recipes.
Okay. So
all of them.
Well, when I come to Columbus, make
the recipes are literally
please.
Go buy a really nice expensive cheese and then shave it on an heirloom tomato. There's your recipe.
Well, it sounds delicious. Okay, let's get into the talks. Let's get into our cliffhanger on Drama Talk. There is a woman who cut her hair and her husband did not know she was cutting her hair. So it was a drastic haircut. And I think this creator, Fitted Prof, she's a TV writer. She's a really good take on it. It's long, so I'm only going to play part of the clip, but here it is.
I'm a TV writer, and the TikTok drama that I'm most obsessed with right now is the woman who, on a whim, decided to chop off all her hair, and now her husband will not speak to her unless she's wearing a wig. Let's get into it. So the creator's name is Mary, and she's in her late 20s. She's a mom of 3. She is married, and at the end of August, she basically just started posting in real time video diaries of her decision to chop off all her hair. And seeing it all unfold in real time makes it really sort of like a character study. And I think this is a really fascinating character. So that's why I want to talk about her. So obviously, I think part of the reason that I connected to this story is because I am a woman with short hair. I cut my hair when I was 33, and we all know the quote, "A woman who changes her hair is about to change her life." So I think that it's just a really interesting starting point for a journey that's familiar to a lot of us.
So this woman, Mary, is just journaling basically on TikTok what's happening with her relationship with her husband, and it's really interesting to see. I also went to the comments today.
Do not pass the vibe check.
They don't pass the vibe check. A lot of them are basically like, oh, I could see why your husband doesn't like you anymore. Like, why would people think if you changed your look drastically, they would still love you? Do not pass the vibe check at all. But
she also looks good.
Yeah, she looks good. Just like that TV writer said, like, she looks good. It was the only time in her life where she kind of like made a decision for herself, which is really sad and interesting. But it plays out in such a way on TikTok that it's better than a TV show. It's just the format. That's great.
I think that the not passing the vibe check is kind of like the trad wife content on TikTok.
Absolutely.
It's that the people who are on and in favor of that type of lifestyle and the idea of like you do everything to please your man who is your provider and your existence is in the service of your husband. Those are the people who are commenting on her post.
It found its
Negative
way
things.
to the wrong side of TikTok.
Yeah.
But the original user, Mary, her original name is Mommy Baitke, and here's her video.
My husband's about to be home. He doesn't know that I cut my hair today. So please pray for me because I have a feeling he's going to hate it. And it's fine. It's not about him. But I'm going to try to film his reaction. I am legitimately a little terrified. But that's okay.
So that was her first one, and then we see all these subsequent ones. But yeah, I thought this was really interesting. I think she looks good. I think her husband's trash and should be supportive.
What would Ben do if you shaved your head without telling him?
I think, well, he would do like a wellness check on me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Ivan would be like, why didn't you tell me you were going to shave your head?
Yeah, like a big decision I usually would discuss with my husband, and that's a haircut. But I have no interest in shaving my head.
Not every haircut is a big decision.
Exactly. So if I were to want to shave my head, I would probably discuss it beforehand, not getting his approval, but if it's something I really wanted to do. But it's nothing that's really crossed my mind.
I think I would be pissed if like Ivan got a face tattoo and didn't tell me.
Yeah, that's a forever
like that
thing.
Would be to
Depends
me, like
on
hair
what.
grows back. Depends on what. I would be mad if he got like a large tattoo, especially if it was ugly, but I wouldn't stop loving him. But I think that it's just, if you're not speaking about large decisions with your partner,
it speaks to a bigger issue.
There's a bigger issue.
Exactly.
And I think that the fact that this woman decided to do this without consulting with her partner is indicative of a different problem in their relationship that is probably like her being unhappy in the relationship and doing it to provoke him.
Or doing something for herself,
to get
for
attention.
once.
Yeah.
And to say, like, I'm still an individual human being and I can make decisions.
But I also think that cutting your hair like that is the one thing you're going to do for yourself for once, and you're going to do it in like a secretive manner, is indicative of a more deep-seated situation.
Yeah, well, wishing her well, and I thought this was really interesting.
Like,
okay, so in her latest video, she is revealing that this guy never really proposed to her, and they didn't have an official wedding because they were dating for 9 months, and she found out she was pregnant. So there is, and all the comments are like, the lore deepens. So things are...
Oh, sorry. I thought you just said the Lord, and I was like,
the lore
okay.
of this story, basically. She keeps exposing more, I guess, about her relationship. It seems like things are a bit off, but
I think that, as we predicted, it's a bit deeper than just the haircut.
Yes.
It's not about the pasta. It was never about the pasta.
Yeah, but I mean, she still deserves a better
partner
for sure. One who will support her in her hair journey. But go check out her videos. It's highly, highly interesting.
I think she looks great.
Her in the wig, yeah, she just turns into a different person. It's fascinating. Yeah, even if you go to her page and look at her thumbnails, a lot of them are without the wig, but there are some with different wigs and completely different person.
Oh, I think she looks so much better with the short hair.
Yeah, I think she looks good in the wig and without the wig. Both.
Yeah, she has a beautiful face.
Yeah.
Well,
all right, well, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right, moving on. This week, Cardi B is promoting her new album, and I am just loving her press tour. I haven't listened to the new album yet. Have you?
No.
Okay, well, that's some homework. I really want to. And she's all over my TikTok, which I love. And she did an interview with Gayle King on CBS Morning. And every second of every video with them is my favorite thing. Here's some.
You recently won your court case.
Yes.
And you sitting on the witness stand, I don't know if you were trying to be funny or you were just making a point, but everything you said became a meme because you were so honest about what you were saying up there.
I personally wasn't trying to be funny. Like,
were you nervous on the witness stand?
a little bit.
A little bit,
You
okay.
have to be You have to be nervous because it's like they're gonna trick you with questions. So you have to make sure that you're listening correctly, and you have to make sure that you're going in there with the truth, and you don't bend nothing. And it's like you're not unsure. You always have to be honest up there. This is my third case and the third one that I won. And I did the same with all three of them. So
you're sitting on the stand and you're saying, I'm just going to speak my truth,
Yes.
however it is.
yes, like you have to be honest. Like when the attorney asked me, like, what was you calling her? You cannot sit here and lie and be like, I wasn't calling her no names. That's not the truth.
Did you call her fat?
No, I was calling her a bitch. I said what I said for real. Like, just don't lie.
And you also made it clear, listen, you came out on the steps and you said, and if anybody else takes me to court,
Yeah.
you made it clear that you're going to fight back.
Yes. And you know what? Not even just take you to court. Sometimes as celebrities, some people make the wildest accusations about you. And even if you settle or even if you take it to court, like imagine, right? These court cases, they don't go straight to court. So imagine if somebody said that you did something very vulgar to them and you lose so many deals. And then 2-3 years, you lost all those deals until you go to court. It just will ruin your reputation automatically. And I just feel like there have to be certain laws for that. But it's like, this will be the last time that somebody sues me and take me to court, and I won't sue back. I'm going to sue you until your grandkids is paying me.
She's just the most naturally funny person. She's also pregnant at the same time as me, her, and Rihanna, you know, just really all peas in a pod.
When is Rihanna due?
I don't know.
Let's see. Fall or early winter?
Soon.
Dina, you and her have the same birthday and the same maybe baby birthday.
This is her third baby.
Okay, well, same
But
third
you know,
baby
she's
birthday.
further along than me because I'm due like winter. She's due late fall, so.
You're due December.
That's winter.
Yeah, but hers is either
I feel like she's
fall
due
or
in like
early
October.
winter.
Oh, it's like November.
early winter.
Okay, maybe.
December is early winter.
Sure.
In fact, it doesn't become winter until like the 21st or something.
True.
So
we could have a baby the same day. If she gets, wow, what if we're at the same hospital in New York City?
You probably will be.
Okay.
Wait, one of her children's name is Riza, R-Z-A, and the other one's named Riot. That's fun.
Ooh, I'm sure she'll come up with another R name.
Riza, Riot, and Shmerlina.
Shmelina. She can steal that name. It's fine. The next video is by Farrah Bennett, and he has some amazing videos about what Wendy Williams would do in different pop culture scenarios, and this one's about Cardi's album.
Here's how I know Wendy Williams would have reacted to Cardi B's new album. So Cardi B just dropped a new album.
Woo!
You like that? You like that, right? Pretty cover. You look beautiful, Cardi. Well, Cardi is taking shots at the girls.
No!
Do you guys know who JT from the City Girls is?
Yes!
Yep, I know. Well, believe you me. In her track, Magnet, Cardi takes a shot at Jatavia. That's her real name. We can call her by her real name, right? And her boyfriend, that rapper, you know him, Lil Uzi Vertex. What, Norman? Oh, Lil Uzi Vert? Oh, yes. Okay, in the song, Cardi says, my N-word cheat, but I don't stick no dildos in his ass.
Oh!
Now, I don't know much about this little oozy woozy doozy vert, but the streets are saying that he can be a little fruity. Norman, show the photo.
He is so spot on. He did one about how Wendy Williams would react to Charlie Kirk. That's also super spot on. Like, highly recommend going to his page and watching these videos.
That was amazing. And I also have been seeing a lot of Wendy Williams stuff because I guess, what is going on? Like, does she have dementia? Is it like...
I think so.
Do we know the diagnosis?
I don't know the exact diagnosis. She was not in the public eye for a while. She was just at a fashion show event. She looks good.
She has frontotemporal dementia, which is also what Bruce Willis has. It's like an early onset dementia. It's very sad.
Yeah, very sad. But I love getting Wendy Williams clips on my For You page. I go through cycles where I don't see them, and now I get top 5 funny Wendy Williams clips, and I laugh every time. Ben actually walked in when I was cackling. He's like, "What are you cackling about?" And of course it was Wendy Williams clips.
It's Wendy Williams. I also feel like I became a Wendy Williams appreciator because of TikTok.
Yeah, I became more of an appreciator because of TikTok, for sure.
Excellent.
Okay, next on my For You page, there's been a bakery half marathon in New York City. And Ashley, friend of the pod, applied, but it was only 100 people out of I forget how many people applied, thousands and thousands and thousands. And it seems unfair because they're all influencers mostly. But on this Momo crawl, Ashley noticed 2 people walking towards us in Queens who had the bibs on. So she got to ask them how it was, and they said it was amazing. And then we keep getting all these videos on our For You page. One is by Caitlin Eats.
I ran in the first ever New York City bakery run, half marathon that hits 8 different bakeries, and I vlogged it all. 17,000 people applied for this run. Crazy. Started at La Cabra in Bushwick, and there's 3 heats. I was in the last heat, 10:30 pace, and that's still a full minute faster than what I'm used to running. Before the race started, we fueled up on La Cabra's cardamom bun, and then it was time to hit the road. So the first 3 miles were great. This was straight through, there was no stops. 3.8 miles later, we made it to radio. I was thrilled to tears to see the heirloom tomato croissant. One of my favorite pastries of all time. Stopped at each location for around 7 minutes, and then I was back on the road. Hit mile 4 and 5 before getting to Lead Bicycle. This was a peach tamarind croissant. Most of them were either tiny or half, and Andrew and I would share each time. Shortly after hit mile 6, Williamsburg Bridge I did cry on. It was by far the worst part of the race. And mile 7 was at Libre. They were serving up their rose pistachio croissant. Mile 8 landed us at Raft. I really enjoyed this croissant. At this point, all I could think about was having to go across another bridge. Just some light research about the Manhattan Bridge. Mile 9, and then we made it to Gem Home. I think this was an olive oil cake. I'm not sure. And mile 10 to Elbow Bread. I was so excited to try their cinnamon sugar pretzel. I've only ever had the regular. It's time to go back into Brooklyn. Guys, I was not prepared properly. I did not train for this, and I have not been running consistently. That's okay. Full speed ahead. Except for this hill, because I did walk. Cruel hill. At this point, mile 13, my legs needed to be amputated. Needed till apartment 4F for the best croissants. And that was the run.
And the other one is by Brian Can't Stop Eating. So they're all food influencers.
I feel like I would throw up. And I also saw something on TikTok about a Taco Bell marathon or half marathon. Yeah, and I would definitely poop or throw up with that. I just don't want to be eating that much if I'm running.
I mean, carbs are good. They were cutting all the croissants in half. It didn't look like an excessive amounts of food. I don't think I would throw up.
Okay. I don't think I would do it, but I would love to eat all of those things. I just don't really need to run between.
Yeah, I think it's just a social media ad for all these bakeries to have influencers try them, and they're presented in a way that, oh, I'm not just eating them, I'm also running a half marathon. They
actually need to do this for the Saunter, because then you're walking and having snacks.
Well, you can't really stop for snacks because you would take so much time. So you bring snacks.
Well, you pick it like the way that you get like water in a race. You just go next to the table and take a little whatever and then continue on your way.
Yeah, I mean, they give out fruit and Nature Valley bars.
Before we move on, I would just like to say, what the fuck, Dina? You're creating a new segment without input from me and then putting it over my segment.
No,
I cannot believe this.
This isn't a segment.
I can simply not believe this.
Labeled it to remember. This isn't a segment. This is on our TikTok chat, and it's from Ashley's FYP.
I just would like to,
but it was a good discussion point.
I would like to let the viewers know
it's not a segment.
That we have Dina's FYP segment and Catalina's FYP segment, and today there's a new segment above Catalina's FYP segment called Ashley's FYP segment, and Catalina was not consulted in this.
You don't need to be consulted. Why don't we put it in food?
You could put it in
This
food.
isn't a food section. Let's listen to the audio.
Ugh.
This has nothing to do with food.
I'm referring to the glory hole.
Oh, that's from my FYP.
See, this is so confusing,
Well,
Dina.
you don't know how to read a doc.
Well, you don't know how to organize a doc.
Okay, I was in a rush.
Okay, would you rather every time you meet somebody new, you have to flick them in the nipple, or you have to say, "Oh, I've heard you're an idiot," and you can't warn them or apologize afterwards?
So would you do the nipple flick or the idiot?
I think idiot. I don't want to touch strangers' nipples.
That's exactly my reasoning too. I would do the idiot. But the nipple flick is just so quick and you get it over with, you could kind of run away. The idiot, I don't know.
I hate both of those options.
Yeah, that's why it's a
I mean,
good
if you're
one.
going to make okay, I guess we can look at it this way. If you're going to make an enemy either way, how would you rather make an enemy?
Probably by calling them an idiot.
The nipple flick could be confusing, but it would be physical assault, whereas the other one is verbal assault. So I'll go verbal.
I would go verbal too.
Yeah,
I
and
think
then the
most
charges
people
will
would.
be less.
But let us know if anyone listening would go nipple flick.
I'm going to both nipple flick you and call you an idiot when I see you based on this
document.
horrific document.
Now this is back to my For You page. Okay. This is a video by Can I See Your Manager?
I've done it. I've reached peak TikTok. I am now getting on the regular on my For You page glory hole dogs. It is an entire channel where they review hot dogs through a glory hole. It's horrible.
So I think this is hilarious. It took me a week and then I finally ended up on the glory hole dog side of TikTok, and there's an account called Glory Hole Dogs.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I thought like you were just going to play the audio of the person eating a hot dog through a glory hole. And I was like, I think we need to describe this.
We'll link it, but it's a hot dog, a Seattle hot dog, and a man behind a glory hole eating the hot dog. Now, remember at when you were in New York last time, I didn't really know what a glory hole was.
Last time?
When at the pool party.
Oh, I also guess this detail is not that important of when this was, that you didn't know that a glory hole existed or what a glory hole was. I don't know how that knowledge like missed your brain.
But because I think we were talking about glory holes and you guys were explaining it, now I'm on just glory hole hot dog TikTok.
I don't even remember the glory hole conversation. You'd have to let me know why we were talking about glory holes.
And that's what alcohol does to you.
That's so rude. Was it while you were playing the Survivor game for 100 hours?
Probably.
So was I there for the glory hole conversation?
You definitely were there, yes.
Well, I stay knowing what a glory hole is. I think that this is kind of similar to, I'm also realizing like I'm at work screaming. I stay.
Go back glory holes.
I really hope my office door is soundproof.
Well, let's move on then. Okay, what's been on your free page, Catalina?
Yay. Well, I got a video by It's Party Pat about him going to every Delta One lounge in the entire Atlanta airport in 3 hours. It's a very long video, but we'll play a clip.
And I just want to note it was also on my For You page.
Okay.
The Atlanta airport has 8 Delta Sky Clubs plus the American Express Centurion Lounge. I've got 3 hours before my flight. I haven't eaten yet today, so I'm going to try to take advantage. And I'll do a 9-course tasting menu by hitting all 9 lounges before my flight. First up is the lounge in T6, probably one of the smaller lounges. And I'm going to try to do this like a true tasting menu, so we're just going to start with a amuse-bouche, maybe some cold vegetables, and a sparkling wine.
It's so crazy that something on TikTok is also on my TikTok. Can you imagine?
Here's where I think we intersect. I get a lot of videos about points and travel.
True.
And you do as well, because we be loving our points. So
we stay loving points.
Yes, and lounges.
Although I skipped a video about points today because I don't currently have points that I can transfer, and I was like, I don't even want to know what I'm missing, and I swiped past it.
Oh, that's sad.
What do you think about the new Amex Platinum being like $900?
I've been getting a lot of videos about that. Well, there's a lot of great perks, and a lot of the videos are how to utilize the perks. Like you get $75 at Lululemon a quarter, which I think that's a great pair of pants or shirt I can get.
It's incentivizing purchases, obviously. So it's like, if you're going to spend that $900 on the reason that I can rationalize the expensive card that I pay for that is not $900, by the way, is because I will spend $300 on travel no matter what every year.
Right.
So that feels like nothing. It's like, it's not a matter of if, it's when. If someone doesn't do that, whatever. But like, I've never shopped at Lululemon before.
I haven't really either, but so I'm added as an Amex Platinum member, and no one in my family, I think, will shop at Lululemon. So I'll take that credit and I'll use it.
Well, also, they recently changed a lot of the stipulations for access to the, what is it called?
Lounges?
The Sky Priority Lounges, which majority of them are garbage. But they're making it so that if you're a named member, you can't go unless the main card user pays like an extra $175 a year.
The Amex Platinum?
Yeah, they're trying to crack down on. No, not Amex Platinum. Just like people who have Priority Pass access. They're trying to limit how many people can actually use Priority Pass, because you can name up to like 5 users or something.
Right.
So you can give. They're trying to put the kibosh on that.
I do like the Amex Platinum, the lounge access that it gets you, because Priority Pass isn't as good as the
No,
Platinum.
those lounges tend to be hot trash, but unless you're international. This man, however, is in the Delta One lounges that you need to have the Delta, I believe it's reserve card to get into those.
The highest one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or be traveling like first class.
I'm never traveling first class. I'm always traveling steerage, but I'm not traveling Spirit.
Wow, that's a dig towards Sam.
I know. I was going to say like Sam, but...
Okay, let's move on to...
Wait, we didn't comment on his journey through the airport.
Yeah. I passed through the Atlanta airport only once, and I think it looks like a fabulous airport. I actually really want to go to Atlanta.
You've never... I feel like
I've never
Atlanta
been to
is a
Atlanta.
Delta hub.
I've only flown
New York.
through. Yeah. I've only flown through once.
No, but I fly through all the time.
Sorry, the one time I flew through Atlanta, it was 2000, let's say 14. A man started talking to me about New York City and asking me all these questions about 9/11 and like apologizing for what happened, because I lived in New York during 9/11.
Was he part of it? Like, okay.
No, he was from Atlanta and was very curious what New York was like. And I was like, I've been in Long Island, but
as someone who has to fly through hubs, because I no longer live in like an international hub. Well, I guess you could fly internationally from here, whatever. But, and even with Austin, like I've flown through Atlanta numerous times. I do not love the Atlanta airport.
No?
It is so busy. It's one of the world's busiest. It might be the busiest airport.
Really?
I think it's up there. No, it's up there. Google it.
Wow! The
Was I
world's
right?
busiest airport, according to the AI overview, is the Atlanta International Airport.
Yeah, so it really depends on the terminal you're in the Atlanta airport. The lounge options vary depending on the terminal as well. It's not like JFK where you like have to be in a specific terminal to go to a specific lounge, which is why this was even feasible for this man in the first place.
Hopping all over the place.
You would never be permissed this at JFK.
You wouldn't.
But I just was shocked by the quite varying quality in lounges. I guess it wasn't shocking, but it was an interesting thing to see. And this is an activity I would never do. And then my final comment on this is that the man had an alcoholic drink at every lounge. So most of the comments were like, how are you still alive? You had like 9 drinks.
It was over 3 hours.
9 drinks is a lot of drinks.
That's 3 drinks an hour.
That's a lot of drinks, Tina.
Yeah, but also with food. It's like going to a wedding.
But he didn't seem drunk.
They're watered down at lounges. That's what I'm getting then.
I think that he maybe wasn't drinking the whole drink, or he's just a seasoned drinker. Okay. All right, we can move on, I guess.
Let's move on.
The next video I got was by Eef Like Beef Zero, who was celebrating her bachelorette party at Buc-ee's.
I'm the bride and I think I'm going to spend $89. I'm the bride. I spent $115.18.
Yeah. I'm Morgan. I'm the maid of honor, and I think I'm going to spend over $100. I'm Morgan, and I spent $103.50.
So they're all guessing how much money they're spending, and most of them are spending more than they originally guessed. And I still have never been to a Buc-ee's. And I blame you for that.
Why me?
Because if anyone's taking me to Buc-ee's, it's you.
Okay, well, Buc-ee's didn't have its, like, global renaissance until I would say the past 4 to 5 years when I have not been living in Texas. There is a Buc-ee's in Ohio now.
Can we go?
But I also feel like I used to love when I saw Buc-ee's stuff in the wild. It'd be like so fun. And now Buc-ee's is everywhere. So it's not special anymore. It's oversaturation. But yes, we can go to Buc-ee's. I do have a soft spot for Buc-ee's.
You have a Buc-ee's
going out of your way.
suit.
I have so much Buc-ee's apparel, but going out of your way to go to Buc-ee's specifically to dine is not something I would recommend. I did do that. I brought a friend. We were driving on a road trip, and we actually changed our route so that we could go to Buc-ee's.
To eat. What'd you eat, a hot dog?
We had like a barbecue sandwich.
Was there a glory hole?
There's so many crucifixes at Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is best when it's on your route. That's what I'll say.
Okay, let's move on.
My final video in my FYP, which is apparently ranked lower than Ashley Friend of the Pod's FYP at this point, is a weird or a new workout in New York City featured by E.A. Pinder.
Today we are getting out of our comfort zones. We are going to this new gym concept that's opening up in New York City. It combines cross-country skiing with mat Pilates, I believe. Two things I'm not good at.
So basically they're doing cross-country skiing, but then they also say there's Pilates elements.
Yeah, this was a confusing video to me. I mean, I won't try it while pregnant, but I would try it, sure.
I would try it because I love to laugh, and I think it would be really funny.
It looks hard.
Of course you're going to get a great workout because you're moving your body in insane ways.
I'd be so sore. The amount of soreness in weird areas would be crazy.
Well, like the time I did parkour, and I've never been sore in my hands like that before. And I just remember it was so embarrassing.
Parkour.
I went to a parkour class when I lived in Austin, and we had to like hang off of a wall, and I was so bad at doing it that the instructor came and put his knee under my butt to like prop me up like you would a child.
How did your hands become sore?
Because you're doing all this stuff with your grip. You're like climbing and whatever. But when I was younger and I would go to my aunt and uncle's house, they had a Nordic track.
Oh, like, I remember those. Those were super popular.
The Nordic, 90s. It's like, this is back.
The Nordic track. Yeah, good.
And I remember it was so hard to do because you have to be like super coordinated. So
I remember all those commercials. Wow.
Yeah, difficult. I would like to cross country ski.
I don't think I would enjoy that very much.
I think I would enjoy it more than regular skiing.
I think I'd rather just run, not in the snow. Like, there's so much gear involved. I don't like the putting on the skis.
If you had to do a snow activity that's not like bobsledding, or like you physically have to exert energy. You're not like dog sledding. You're not bobsledding.
What about snowmobiling?
No, you can't be on a vehicle unless you are the one
snow tubing
powering the vehicle. I'll take it. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Next, we have a video that Claudio sends, and there's no audio, but it says, "Can someone explain what is wrong with my tire in gay terms?" And he shows a video of his tire. And the comments are really winning. And this one says, "You slayed the tread house down, queens. Now your tire's wig is snatched bald." The next is Britney Spears 2007 babes. "Your tire just lost the lip sync for her life and is now sashaying away."
So good.
"Diva down. Sis, the lace is showing on your tire and is lifting and won't set, so you need a new one." And someone said, "Finally a comment section about cars that I could understand." What a great video. What great comments. This is where TikTok does it right.
That's also why when my friend told me that her partner, who, by the way, listens to this podcast, so I'm talking to you, doesn't read the comments.
You can't be on TikTok and not read the comments. TikTok is about the comments.
I know.
That's ludicrous.
I actually asked her to please specify whether or not he doesn't read the comments online, which like already is kind of like, all right, whatever. Like, I like to read the comments even though the comments are frequently mess, but I love
what do you
mess.
mean online? Like
just
an
like
online article?
YouTube comments,
Oh,
article
yeah.
comments, whatever.
No,
like,
but TikTok specifically.
TikTok specifically is the comments.
The funniest people are in the
you
comments.
You need to go to the comments. That's also where all the trends come from, is the comments.
Yeah.
There's so much like vocabulary and phrase, like idiomatic phrases, that if you're not in the comments, you're missing half the joke.
Oftentimes, as soon as I know I'm going to watch a video for more than 2 seconds, I'm clicking on the comments to be reading the comments and listening to the video at the same time.
Exactly. So how does it feel to be wrong?
Wow. Whoever this friend is, you're wrong. Let's move on to last but not least, our New York City section, which Catalina decided to have beef with this week. So what are we renaming it?
I don't remember.
Geography TikTok.
You were the one
Cities
who said
on
that.
TikTok. Cities on TikTok, but they're almost always New York City. Anyway.
It was just because we, in an aside, were debating whether or not, Ashley, friend of the pod, said she is not interested in Ohio content
no one
on
is
TikTok.
except one person.
I'm sorry, but this TikTok podcast is, well, I guess it is kind of a bespoke podcast for our friends, but like other cities exist in the world.
For sure,
Why do we have to
talk about
highlight New
them.
York City?
Because that's a lot of our TikTok. But we could not.
I just don't want to alienate our listeners from other regions of this world. And there is
Well, if you
vested
hate New York
interest.
City, then turn off the podcast now. Stop listening. Because we have a video by NYC _
Spoiler alert.
Nest.
Spoiler alert. Cities on TikTok is New York Cities on TikTok rebranded.
The best penthouse in Brooklyn just got a price cut. And it's a stunner. The kitchen is the sunniest corner of the apartment. So when you wake up, you are about to have your coffee. The best view in New York City. You've got a massive, massive terrace. You've got a great room. You've got a lounge right through there. Check out this wet bar. So this is right by the entrance to the kitchen. The great room with a full wine fridge and a great setup and a primary suite to die for.
This is an apartment in Dumbo.
This is fake.
This
is not real.
Gotta be fake.
This is fake.
It's a gorgeous apartment. I mean, just everything is brand new. 4 bedrooms.
It's not real.
That it can't be right. That 4-bedroom apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment could be $4,600 a month. It's not real at all.
It's not real. There's so many reasons why it's not real. And also when you go in the comments, because I go in the comments.
Exactly.
People are like, oh my God, how much is this? And the person's like, DM me for more info. DM me for more info.
Mm-hmm.
I think my new theory is that it's like someone who's trying to bait people into commenting and liking.
Getting their info.
No, to get money, like to get views in the creator fund.
I don't know. I think this person is a real,
even more nefarious.
I don't know.
Oh, and then they're like, oh, I have something in your price range. And then they bring you to like what actually gets you that.
Exactly.
They're like, you want to see a $4,600 apartment in Brooklyn?
Yeah, that's crazy. It's definitely not. Also, I work in Dumbo, so I'm going to try to like scope out which building this is. Maybe I'll get the boots on the ground.
We should just reverse
answer.
image search it and see what it actually costs.
I feel like I passed this time I walked to work. I'm going to inquire.
Let's do some investigative journalism and prove
Okay.
NYC _ Nest wrong. Or there is something wrong with it. I won't even entertain it for a minute because there's no way in this goddamn earth that
and
that
Dumbo
apartment...
has gotten expensive. It's not I don't love Dumbo because I work there, but it's not an area that's cheap either. There's something wrong.
It's not real. NYC luxury high-rise Dumbo.
There's a lot.
Oh, it's Olympia Dumbo, I think is the building. Okay, notable residents include Joe Jonas and NBA player Ben Simmons. Oh, it's millions. Sorry, I was like, how is a 2.5 bathroom, 2 duplex, $2,500 a month? It's $2.5 million. Okay. Let's see. Wait, but also I want to see the rentals. I don't think there are rentals. Just no.
Maybe the maintenance is $4,600 a month.
Yeah,
which is
that
still
would make
pretty
sense.
Low.
You could buy a 1,300 square foot apartment there for $2.9 million.
Great. Okay. Well, enough of this. This has been so lovely. To all the Jewish listeners, also Shana Tova.
Oh,
Happy New Year. Happy and healthy,
Year.
sweet New Year. Have some apples and honey, Catalina.
I will.
Okay, we will see you next week.
Okay, bye.